Old holiday cards give incredible cheer around the holiday season without spending a penny, bringing the old back and keep it around the house. Meantime, big developments on your second stimulus as 150 economists tell Congress to send it out right now. Renewed promise as Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary appointee for the Biden cabinet, is expected to urge stimulus to go out right away. She's an economist. And big breaking news. More viewers get a lot of money from the Right Now Money efforts of this channel. One viewer got $5,000 this morning. It keeps on rolling, and in this video, new updates about why every single one of you likely qualifies for money. You need to get it right now, and I'm going to help you, and you're going to get through the finish line, and this is a great recording of Holidays LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Holidays LALATE, in which I give a lighthearted, upbeat midday program update about your second stimulus check, your second stimulus package, the latest developments on how to get money right now, and then at the 10-minute mark, we get into holiday cheer, ways to enjoy the holiday season with no money, simply using things around the house and repurposing it for the holiday season, sort of like what Mitch McConnell said over the weekend to repurpose CARES Act 1 money for a stimulus check. All incredible, great news, and I'm so glad you joined me. If you've not subscribed, please do, because I'm getting people lots of money, and I don't mean $500 stimulus checks, I mean $5,000 stimulus checks. $15,000. I got one person $24,000 this morning after 4 days of recording this video. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you get this money right now. I'm not going to deal with anyone saying I don't qualify, or you don't qualify, or she don't qualify. You do qualify. And I want to ensure how you can get this money. It's so incredible, great news. And if you've not subscribed, please do. You can't wait 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years for a stimulus check that may come, might come, sort of will come, push to come. I'm giving you money right now. What's the big deal? Get the money on the come. Thousands of dollars right now. It would make the difference for your holiday season. I'm here to help you, and I have 5 volunteers helping you as well. This community is helping one another. People are answering your questions. No community is out there where people are helping one another get money right now. And boy, it's really exciting. Also, like this video, it helps in the algorithm. In this video, I'll be going over why there's renewed focus on stimulus checks, but then I'll be going back to the efforts of this channel and new pushes to get the money out right now and in your hands. And then at the 10-minute mark, I'll be going to holiday cards and why holiday cards that you already have around the house from prior seasons is a great way to keep the spirit going. Even in the age of digital media and doing things by email, a paper card is the best way to say something very holiday-ish and festive. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that viewers of this channel continue to get thousands of dollars by the minute because of the efforts of this channel. I'm helping you, and now my 5 volunteers are helping you as well. And the followers of this channel are jumping into comments and helping you as well. So do not feel alone at any place, and do not feel helpless, or do not feel at the mercy of a bad call center operator you call that's rude and obnoxious to you. We're not rude and obnoxious to you. We're here to get you through the finish line. How is this money coming to you, and what are the 3 sources of the money? They are generally rent, then utilities, then food, and then medicine for CARES Act 1. Then it's escalated benefits for UI, unemployment benefits, and finally it's EIDL. I want to explain this to you. If you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, or Railroad benefits, you qualify for rent, food, utilities. You qualify for these things. Second, if you are a single individual, not on SSDI, but worked or were laid off and have not gotten the full extent of your unemployment benefits, you qualify for the UI escalated benefits and EIDL. Finally, if you're a business owner and you've had impact of your business because of COVID-19, you qualify for the UI, the PUA, and the EIDL. There's not a single viewer of this channel that I know that does not qualify for anything. except when the rare occurrence of when Mitch McConnell tunes in. And tunes in and is, watching from his very nice mansion. Rich people don't qualify for this. But if you made less than $40,000 last year, you do qualify for this. And this is what's important news. All right, so let's get to where are the three things. The first thing is there is money available for you for rent, for food, for utilities in your city, county, and state. State Housing Authority, first. City Hall, second. County Hall, call them on the phone. Also, 311 directory in where you live will route you to City Hall, County Hall, and State Housing Authority. They have money for you for rent, for food, and for utilities. What is it called? Rent assistance, food assistance, utility assistance. What is it also called? COVID grants for rent, COVID grants for food, COVID grants for utilities. Who also has this money? Your utility company. Call up your water, gas, electric, and they're doing grants and assistance for utilities. The important things that you need to understand is the following, and this is what's new for this afternoon. One, a single phone call or a single negative phone call should not end your process. If you get on the phone, the housing authority, and they say, we have a wait list for 5 years for this particular thing, you should not stop because you simply have not landed at the right place. Second, if you go online and you're a little confused and you didn't look at it the right way, go into the community page of this channel. On the community page, I explain at the front of this channel, it has playlists, it has videos, it has community. I put a link that explains to you where you should be looking for this money. This is money right now, not 5 weeks from now, 5 months from now. Next, if you're in a very small town, look a little bit broader. So look more at your county level. Then if your county does things through the housing authority of the county, look there as well. Also look at your state level. What's important to understand is that the money is there. That's the first thing. Second, the money is available for you. Second. Third, if there is nothing for rent, go to utilities. And I'm going to make this very clear to all of you that if you started rent and there's nothing for rent, in a rare circumstance in which you're a major city, like Los Angeles and New York, if you're in a major city, then what's important to understand, if there's nothing for rent, then default to utilities. And there's nothing for utilities, default to food. But almost 90% of the time, if there's nothing for rent, then default to utilities, and it's there. Next, use the internet. Go online and look for your city's official website, and look for your county's official website, and look for your state housing authority's official website. They have on their websites the grants, the COVID grants for food, for rent. They also call them assistance. Next, don't use complicated words, and don't add words that I'm not saying in this recording. So you should be looking for rent assistance, utility assistance, food assistance, because of COVID, because of the pandemic. Also, you may use, but sometimes this word trips up some people, rent grants, food grants, COVID grants for rent. Do not add words to that sentence, like for SSI. I'm looking for rent for SSI. No, don't add words to the sentence. Don't say that I sent you. Don't say that thing that I heard on YouTube. Don't add anything to the equation. Simply rent assistance, food assistance because of COVID. I can't pay my rent because of COVID. It's there. Third way, social media. I have not one, but now 5 people who have absolutely stepped forward and have now volunteered. Why have they volunteered? Because they've used the information of this channel and have gotten $5,000, $12,000, $24,000 because of this channel in 3-4 days, getting these grants that are available for them and for you. And so now they're here to help them. Let me use an example of one person. One of the people is in one state. It's a state in which I get a lot of comments about. And that state, some people said, I can't find anything. I don't know anything. This person not only found rent for for 1 year, paid up front, paid to the landlord, but also found grants for utilities, food, and more things, and said, you know what, reach out, have your viewers reach out to me as well, because you did such an incredible job for me. I want to help them as well. There's stuff everywhere. So that's what's important for you to understand. I don't want at any point anyone to believe that it's not available. Next, what's important to understand is that there's always a bad person on the telephone. There's always going to be someone bad on the telephone who says, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're referring to. There's a wait list. Come back to me for 20 years. I don't know where it is. I don't know what you're referring to. It's gone. It never existed. Your position in your heart is no. If the person is unhelpful, you get off the phone and call someone else. Call someone else and do it again. Ultimately, you're going to get this money. What's important to understand is that this money is money for you right here, right now. And I've gotten viewers over $250,000 of this money since just Friday. I'm getting people about $10,000, $20,000 every few hours because they're listening to what I'm saying in this recording. Next, escalated benefits. One of the easiest ways to get money during the holiday season. This is for people who are on UI or PUA. This is not FPUC. This is UI or PUA. Put your 2019 tax return, look at it, and go retroactively and send the letter to your unemployment department and say, hey, I think I qualify for more benefits based upon my 2019 tax return. If you want to know more about how to do this, go into the link above and watch Mornings LALATE from today. It's in the link above, Mornings LALATE from today. It details how to do escalated benefits. And finally, EIDL. Please do EIDL. I don't care if it's $1,000. I don't care if it's $10,000. I don't care if it's $20,000. Go do EIDL. Finally, let me make something very clear to you. Ultimately, you may see negative comments around you during the holidays, including on this channel or off the channel. Someone may say to you, don't get those things for rent assistance. They're loans. They're not loans. That's a lie. That's untrue. Someone may say to you, it's not available for people like us. Don't allow that comment to float. Someone may say there's nothing in the state of Florida. Last night I went live again. Someone actually jumped in the comments, there's nothing in the state of Florida. I've had like 20 viewers since Thursday get massive $5,000 to $10,000 grants for Florida. They're posted all online. They're all in all the counties. So ultimately, if you see something negative, don't accept it as true. It's focusing on me, focusing on this channel, focusing on the volunteers, focusing on your city and county. All this information is out here and it's for you to get. I want you to get it and you're going to get it. So please push and get it. All right, now let's turn to some holiday cheer. Before that, one thing I want to add, big new twist and turn in Congress. 125 economists wrote Congress and said, send out stimulus checks right now. Don't wait. They specifically said now, and they said stimulus checks. Then Mitch McConnell and Steve Mnuchin are now urging repurposing CARES Act 1 money to have it sent out right away as stimulus. Temple Doom? Not so much excited about that. Meantime, Joe Biden wants stimulus to go out during the holiday seasons. The question is whether he can focus it the way in which it can get done. I'll big updates about this at 3:30 on afternoon's LA check. All right, let's get to how do you keep holiday decor simple and easy breezy in a way that's the stuff around the house and you repurpose it. One of the best ways is with cards. If you have existing cards around the home from prior seasons, bring them out. Or cards you never sent that are just sitting around in prior boxes, bring them out. Nothing says holiday spirit more than a card. And the card does not have to be denominational. This card clearly is a little bit more denominational. It looks a little bit more religious because of the halo. And some cards are some cards work a certain purpose, whereas other cards are simply a little bit more traditional. What's important to understand is that you want the cards that are most dynamic in the graphics and the design to be hung in a way in which the light is able to reflect. Let me show you what's going on with this angel here. So here I'm putting the angel near the production lights of here on the studio. And because the card has a little bit of a luster in it, has a little bit of a veneer, and because the colors are very vibrant, the yellow and the red, it's really giving a wonderfully reflective effect. Let me move back a little bit more. You see how this card really is being dynamic. Now here, this card also has a little bit of a luster, and it's in the bow. Imagine these two cards anywhere near the lights of your ceiling that are hanging in a way in which they get to the reflection. This is a way that I'm using existing things to create incredible decor. And what's important to understand is that this may be a card that's just sitting around you never sent last year or prior years, or this is a card you got from someone. Ultimately, one of the best holiday decors is to hang cards that you got from someone. Sometimes people just like to put the card on the dining room table. You get a card for someone, you put them on the table like this, and you stack them. I also like to actually hang the cards. So, for example, if you have a place for a little pin or a little bit of a thumbtack, I like to hang the cards because it creates incredible decor. Now, all holiday cards do not need to be denominational. Sometimes cards are just as inviting because of the colors that they have. And sometimes the envelopes are inviting. So here are some charming envelopes of cards that I have sitting around that are just basically non-denominational. They're sort of like monogram cards or thank you cards. What's incredible about this is look at these colors. You got this beautiful sort of a yellow with this sort of tapestry on the envelope, on the seal, and then you have this beautiful sort of cantaloupe, like a pink, but it's a little bit more on the orangish pink side. It's a gorgeous color. I mean, imagine wearing a sweater or a shirt in this color. So look how beautiful this is. This does not have much color in it. So clearly, when I'm holding this up, it's not creating the effect. Now let's just see this by itself. Yes, you can see the pop that's going on from hanging an existing card, and then imagine hanging these cards as well. Suddenly we have all this pop of color here in the set from existing cards. It's what's incredibly important is that when you're looking for a card, this card is almost, I would say, almost 10 years old. It's not recent, and these things are almost 3, 4, 5 years old. What's important to understand is that when you're using existing cards, they can create an incredible pop of color in a way in which you just never sort of envisioned, and that pop of color can really bring out the dynamic in your home very quickly. Here's two other examples. Here's a blue and a green. A lot of these cards, when you look at them and you pair them together, you're like, wow, look at the impact. So here we have some blue and green. These were also some other cards from the same monogram collection. And imagine all these cards. Let's put it like this. Imagine all these cards sitting on the table with all these incredible colors. You got this yellow, the pink, the blue, and now you have the wonderful tapestry of the winged angel with the banjo or the ukulele. I'm not quite sure which one you call it. Or the what is all my musicians are gonna see. That's not a banjo. That's a yeah. Bring the hate on. I'm ready for it. I cannot be perfect on everything, but I will get you your stimulus check. So there you go. There's a way to keep the holiday spirit lighthearted and carefree with existing items around the house. Didn't cost a penny. All this is so beautiful, and this was stuff that was just sitting around, old existing cards that you may have received, are receiving during the holiday season, or cards you never sent. And now you don't have to send it. Now you can just dress up the decor with stuff you already had. No one creates better colors than the manufacturers of paper goods and light novelties like this. So dress it up, keep it carefree, keep it vibrant, and keep it on focus. Coming up later today at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time is Afternoon Check. I'm gonna have big developments about your stimulus check. More about that right now money. Go up and watch Mornings LALATE because I have big developments on how to get those 3 types of right now money. I want you to get this money right now. I don't want you to make one call and just sort of stop. That's not the spirit, because people are getting fortunes, and that person should next be you and will be you. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay at LA for more.